Whoa, Hunter, what's all this?
Well, I wanted to give you an epic introduction to what we're reviewing.
Alright, I mean, if you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. What is probably the most anticipated review of all time. Well, for the biggest franchise at the moment. And this movie is the biggest movie to ever be released in America. May I present to you the one, the only, Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
Well, Hunter, I'm really I'm quite pleased that you did all this just for Star Wars. I know Star Wars is big, but you really went all out. I gotta give you credit for that.
Yes, and today I have a special co-host planned.
Really? Who could that be?
I'll show you right now. Well, here I am. Right here.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. How on earth did you transport from there to there in a split second?
That's not important right now. My special guest is someone you all probably know. The main new baddie in Star Wars, the one who killed his own father. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the one, the only, Kylo Ren. Well, I guess he's one of the more silent types. You know what? Let's just start this epic review.
Well, Kylo, I mean, we should all know who you are. I mean, you killed your own father, Han Solo. I mean, how you feel about it? So you're not gonna talk. All right. I mean, if it's choice. Hold on. Whoa. I didn't expect that to come out from you.
I killed my father because he meant nothing to me.
It's pretty dark, Kylo. I mean, it was your dad.
He made me join that Jedi army, but it didn't work out. So I went bad. I got this awesome lightsaber thing that you see in all the posters.
Yes, I see that. I really like your mask. Your mask and your lightsaber and everything. It looks awesome. I mean, I have your shirt. I mean, you're here. I mean, I wanted you to be the guest of honor, and I'm definitely gonna buy Star Wars Battlefront 2 to play as you. Well, if I can play as you, probably gonna fight you in the game, but I'm still gonna be able to fight you in the game.
Good. Let's start the review. Then. What does he sound like me?
I don't know. Maybe it's the mask. Let's begin.
Hello, people, YouTube. It is I once again, the Malik Aaron, and today, pretty sure you all know what I'm reviewing. It's pretty easy to tell. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, or as some fanboys would call it, a remake of A New Hope. So this was made by J.J. Abrams, the same man who did the new Star Trek movies. The 2009 movie and Into Darkness. He didn't do Beyond. And I will get to the Star Trek movies when I get there. So, the plot here. The thing about this movie, not only was it probably the most anticipated movie of all time, other than Phantom Menace, but going into it, the plot was very, very secretive. Like, you really didn't know what to expect. But the trailers were pretty vague about it, which I appreciate, because trailers these days always spoil everything. Looking at you, Terminator Genesis. So, yeah, so this takes place at least 30 years after Return of the Jedi. Now, full disclaimer, I have not seen any of the original Star Wars movies. I know, that's such a crime. I'm an awful person for not doing that. And I'm sorry, but personally, I've just never been that much of a Star Wars fan. I mean, I don't hate it, I just never really got into it. And let me tell you, I mean, you know, those originals, I don't know, I'm just not a Star Wars fan. I'm just gonna say it right now, I'm not reviewing anything related to the prequels. Those Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, even Revenge of the Sith, they are awful. Not Revenge of the Sith, because it has some good parts in it, but they're all awful. They have some of the worst dialogue you will ever hear. Worse than Twilight dialogue. So I think people are mad that this is basically a remake of The New Hope, and I think the reason why they wanted to go that route, they wanted to play it safe, because they're trying to introduce people back into Star Wars after the prequels failed to impress anybody. So, I mean, I guess that's the best thing they could do. And then once this succeeded, then they can go into more new directions. So, yeah. The story takes place 30 years after episode 6. Everyone's old. Our new main character, Rey, as you can tell, she's from the box, but DVD comes wire. So, Rey here, she's kind of like a wanderer, a deserter. She's on a planet that is totally not Tatooine. So, also you have Finn right here. Now, what was weird was, like, in the advertisements, you thought, oh, Finn, it looks like the main hero, but it turns out to be Rey. And Rey gets a lot of flack for being what's called, oh, she's nothing more than a Mary Sue. I mean, sure, she does things a bit too perfectly, but she doesn't go complete Mary Sue. I mean, there are a couple characters I can tell, tell you that go complete Mary Sue. Like, what's her name? Chloe and Fairy Odd Parents. She is a complete Mary Sue in every way possible. Rey isn't 100% Mary Sue, but she's certainly up there. I also got Finn and Poe, who is not even on here. You barely see Poe. I hope he's seen more in episode 8. So, Poe has, like, you're gonna see some real parallels with A New Hope, but so Poe gets, like, this message, and then he sends it to his droid, BB-8, who is awesome, by the way, in the movie. He's, like, the best part. He's the scene stealer. And then he sends it to Rey. Well, he doesn't directly send it to Rey. Like, it goes out to Rey. And she sees it, and then Finn and Poe are shot down by the First Order, which is totally not the Empire, with totally not Darth Vader clone Kylo Ren, and the totally not Death Star they're in Starkiller Base. Totally not that. So yeah, Poe and Finn crash on not Tatooine, and he meets up with Rey, and then they go on a big adventure. They end up finding a Millennium Falcon, and with no experience at all, they manage to fly away and escape the bad guys. And then, little did they know, they meet Han Solo and Chewie on the ship. And that was the moment in the trailer where most fans went insane just seeing these two again. And so, yeah, that's basically what the plot is. This movie, now, considering I am not a Star Wars, not a big Star Wars fan. And this is my first time watching it, and personally, I really enjoyed it. I know that will anger most of you, a couple people in general, but I still liked it for what it was. Because it was fun. I had a great time watching it. Because most movies these days, like, they try to be, like, so serious or, like, so dark. That it's not even fun anymore. You don't get, like, a fun movie anymore. This is a fun movie that I could just sit back and enjoy watching. And when I saw it on opening day. It was insane. It was incredibly packed. Some people were even in costumes and like Kylo Ren costumes. It was that crazy. So, yeah, so I saw it. And for me, like, watching it with a large audience around me was really awesome. So, yeah. I know this little, there's stuff in here that will lead to episode 8. I don't know if this is, you know what? Screw it. It's not a spoiler because we all know. If you've seen the Last Jedi trailer, you know Luke Skywalker's in it. So he's right back here because he was literally hidden from all advertising before the movie came out, and then and his couple, like, not even maybe like a minute of screen time, he says nothing. He just looks at Rey. And then, like, that final moment is, like, sort of continued, as you can see in the Last Jedi trailer. So overall, I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. I know that's still angering some people, but I still liked it. Like, I don't know, it's just like a movie I can just enjoy. Like, I don't have to, like, besides, like, I haven't seen the originals, but I know enough about the originals, so I won't be confused about certain things. So now I'm gonna bring over to Triple H and Kylo Ren over here, and I'm gonna ask Kylo Ren some questions about certain things. So, Kylo, I want to ask you a few questions. I mean, you alright?
Sure, just do it.
Alright, so, first of all, why exactly did you turn bad?
Because the darkness was inside of me. Like, I was born to be a Sith, not a Jedi.
Okay. Second question. Did you really have to kill Han Solo right when Finn and Rey were watching?
How am I supposed to know they were watching? I don't have peripheral vision. I'm not an owl. I can't move my head all the way, so I couldn't see him.
And also, what are you gonna do next, especially in The Last Jedi?
Well, now if The Last Jedi somehow turns out to be a retread of Empire Strikes Back, I guess we'll find out that me and Rey are brother and sister.
I mean, that's a pretty big theory. It could be true, but we'll see. So, Triple H, what do you give the movie?
I give it a 7. Also not a big Star Wars fan, but I mean, even as a non-fan, it's still pretty good, I guess.
Alright, Triple H, so our next review, we're gonna tone it down a lot.
What do you mean?
We're gonna be reviewing a horror movie.
Oh, finally! Oh, good horror.
We're gonna be reviewing, The Conjuring.
Ugh. I don't like supernatural movies. I like movies that are not typical horror movies, like the Saw movies, Final Destination movies, the Purge movies.
Oh, Hunter, I do too. I'm not the biggest fan of supernatural horror, but I like it too. At least we have some interest. So yeah, that'll be our next review. So you want to sign us off?
Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and join the dark side.
That really wasn't necessary. Bye. Jeez. Kylo, did you just use the force on me?
Yes, I did.
Well, I mean, you did do have an awesome moment where you like stopped like a pistol in midair.
You know what? Let's just stop this. Star Wars, go see Last Jedi when it comes out in theaters. Go buy Rogue One. Go buy the video games. The new ones, the old ones. Goodbye.